Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? We're back with a brand new unboxing video. Tonight we have the new Hasbro Marvel Legends, the Hydra Stomper from the Disney Plus What If series. And I just got this in from Best Buy, and it is still available for pickup. I'll leave a link in the description below. But like we always do, y'all, let's get started with the box art first. So on the side of the packaging is an image of the Hydra Stomper, and on the back of the packaging is a full image of the Hydra Stomper, and of course a little bio on the Hydra Stomper. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. And on the top of the packaging is a logo from the What If series. It's an image of the Watcher. Alright, enough about the box art. Let's go ahead and get the Hydra Stomper out of the packaging. Alright, here is the Hydra Stomper out of the packaging, and we're going to get started with his accessories first. So first accessory we're going to look at are these like repulsor blasts. You've seen these before. It's just a large scale version of the ones that come with the Iron Man figure. But basically these are meant to go underneath his rocket boosters. And it does come with an additional set of hands. They're fisted ones. Now when taking a look at the figure itself, this thing is huge. Almost the size of a Build-A-Figure, maybe even bigger. I will do a size comparison with Ironmonger in a little bit. But I just wanted to compliment like the paint application. The color scheme is kind of hard to screw up, so they did a good job matching to what we saw in the Disney Plus series. And I did like how it kind of matches what we saw with the Peggy Carter figure from a couple years ago. And when looking at the figure, I thought they might have been reusing some parts from the Ironmonger 2-pack we got earlier this year. But I think this is all new sculpt, especially the head sculpt as well. And on the back is the rocket boosters that come separate in the box, just attached in the back right there. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a brand new tooling for this sculpt. I think they did an amazing job. I do like the details, like the star and the C-15 right there. And then also the little like hooks for Steve Rogers to climb up on the Hydra Stomper. Now, I won't get too much into articulation or too in-depth with it, but I did like to mention, though, the figure itself is a little loose slash wobbly. I'm noticing other reviewers having the issue as well. But it's still fine standing up on its own. It took a little bit to get it to stand up, but it's fine now. I do want to mention, though, the range of motion and articulation for the figure isn't bad considering it's a bulky deluxe figure, and it's pretty much like an Iron Man suit, but you still get a nice range of articulation. Like it has your standard shoulder swivel and bicep swivel. It also has single jointed elbows and double jointed knees. And there is actually a thigh swivel in there as well, which is pretty impressive. Now we're going to jump right into size comparison. And first size comparison, here's the Hydra Stomper next to the Peggy Carter from the Marvel's First 10 Years 2-pack with Steve Rogers and Captain Carter from the latest What If wave. And next size comparison, here's the Hydra Stomper next to the Iron Patriot from Endgame, Bro Thor Build-A-Figure wave, and the Ironmonger from the 2-pack we got from the Infinity Saga with Obadiah Stane. And next size comparison, here's the Hydra Stomper standing next to Hydra's leader. We have Red Skull from the MCU First 10 Years wave, and then the Red Skull from the Zenmu Build-A-Figure wave that came out earlier this year. And because I haven't done this in a while, here's a random ass size comparison. Here's the Hydra Stomper standing next to a couple of McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia figures. We have Deku, not Todoroki, and Ochako, my Shiden Heart. Next size comparison, here's that Hydra Stomper next to the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man and the Build-A-Figure Watcher from the What If wave. And I didn't actually do a review on this. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me do a review on the Watcher. But this thing is insane. It is pretty tall. It's almost the same height as the Hydra Stompers. So I think Hasbro definitely did a good job on this figure. Last size comparison here is the Hydra Stomper next to Surtur and MODOK. And this isn't a random ass size comparison. I picked these other two figures specifically because as far as I know, these are the only 3 figures that the Hasbro Marvel Legends team has produced as a single release figure at mass retail. At the $50 price point listed as like a deluxe figure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but in my opinion, Surtur, Hydra Stomper, and MODOK have all been worth the price point, and I hope Hasbro does continue to make more deluxe figures at that price range as long as they're on the same quality and on par of these 3 figures we've gotten so far this year. My overall thoughts on the figure is I dig it. You know, I think Hasbro did a fantastic job with a lot of things. First, getting it accurate to what we saw in the Disney Plus series in terms of the paint scheme. But like I said, it's kind of hard to screw that up when it's basically like just 2 colors that they have to get down when painting the figure. In terms of range of motion for articulation, I think it did a good job. You know, I mean, it's supposed to be a big mechanical armor, so you can't really move it too much. But, I mean, it does have a nice solid range of articulation. And I do like the price point of it. Because to be honest with you, this is ideally like mostly a Build-A-Figure, and we got it at a $50 price point. So the fact that we didn't have to buy 6 to 7 figures in a wave just to build this, and I suppose we could just buy it by itself, I think they did a good job. And I hope they do continue with more deluxe figures in that price point, like I mentioned earlier, as long as it's on par with what we've seen so far. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think of this figure, and have you seen Disney Plus series What If yet, and have you checked out our podcast that the Lonely Fans did last week? If you haven't already yet, feel free to look through the channel and check it out. And also, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you haven't already yet, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. And next, oh, god damn it.